Welcome to C.S. Lewis Collection. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to move through life undisturbed by the chaos around you? To stand firm as a rock amidst crashing waves, unshaken and untroubled? This power lies dormant within each of us, waiting to be awakened. Think back to the last time something truly bothered you. Perhaps it was a cutting remark from a colleague, an unexpected bill, or a sudden change in plans. How did it affect your day, your mood, or interactions with others? Now, imagine a version of yourself that could face these same challenges with a serene smile, completely unfazed. This isn't about becoming cold or unfeeling. Instead, it's about developing an inner strength so profound that external circumstances lose their power over your peace of mind. It's about cultivating a calm so deep that it becomes your natural state, regardless of what life throws your way. The cost of being easily bothered is immense, yet often overlooked. It robs us of our joy, focus, and our potential. When we allow every little thing to ruffle our feathers, we become like leaves in the wind tossed about by forces beyond our control. Our energy dissipates, our relationships suffer, and our goals remain frustratingly out of reach. But there's another way, a path less traveled, but infinitely more rewarding. The path of unshakable calm, of inner peace, so profound that it radiates outward, touching everything and everyone around us. Think of the people you admire most, and chances are they possess this quality of equanimity. They face life's ups and downs with a steady gaze and a calm demeanor. They're not superhuman. They've simply mastered the art of remaining untroubled in a troubled world. But this master isn't reserved for a chosen few. It's available to anyone willing to cultivate it, and the benefits are transformative. Imagine approaching your work with unwavering focus, undistracted by office politics or the fear of failure. Picture yourself navigating relationships with grace and understanding, no longer reactive to every perceived slight or disappointment. Freedom that comes with emotional resilience is unparalleled. It's the freedom to choose your responses rather than being at the mercy of your reaction. It's the power to shape your experience of life rather than being shaped by it. But how do we cultivate this inner strength? It begins with understanding the nature of disturbance. Most of what bothers us is in truth quite insignificant. We give power to trivial matters by our attention and emotional investment. The first step, then, is to shift our perspective. Consider the vastness of the universe, the brevity of our lives in the grand scheme of things. From this vantage point, how many of our daily irritations truly matter? This cosmic perspective doesn't diminish the importance of our lives. Rather, it liberates us from the tenor of the trivial next. We must examine our attachment. Much of our distress comes from clinging too tightly to our expectations, our possessions, our self-image. When we loosen our grip, we create space for peace to enter. This doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent. On the contrary, it allows us to engage more fully with life, unencumbered by the weight of our attachment. The Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece understood this well. They practiced negative visualization, regularly imagining worst-case scenarios, not to induce anxiety, but to appreciate the present and be prepared for any eventuality. By doing so, they cultivated a resilience that allowed them to remain calm in the face. But this equanimity isn't just about mental exercises. It's a way of being that permeates every aspect of our lives. It's about choosing moment by moment, remain centered regardless of external circumstance. It's about recognizing that our peace is too precious to be given away to every passing disturbance. This choice becomes easier with practice. Each time we resist the urge to react, we strengthen our inner resolve. Each moment we choose peace over agitation, we reinforce our commitment to unshakable calm. Over time, this becomes our default state, our natural way of being. The beauty of this practice is that it's self-reinforcing. As we cultivate inner peace, we begin to attract more peaceful circumstances. Our relationships improve as we respond to others with understanding rather than reactivity. Our work becomes more effective as we approach challenges with clear-headed focus, rather than stress-induced panic. Moreover, this inner calm has a ripple effect. Just as anxiety and stress are contagious, so too is peace. By cultivating our own inner tranquility, we contribute to the calm of those around us. We become islands of peace in a sea of chaos, offering others a glimpse of what's possible. This isn't to say that the path is always easy. There will be moments when our resolve is tested, when the old patterns of reactivity threaten to reassert themselves. But with each test, we grow stronger. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to deepen our practice, to recommit our inner peace. Key is consistency. Just as a musician must practice daily to master their instrument, we must practice equanimity daily to master our minds. This means being mindful in our everyday interactions, catching ourselves in moments of potential disturbance, and choosing a different response. It also means cultivating practices that support our inner calm. Meditation, for instance, is a powerful tool for developing mental clarity and emotional stability. Even a few minutes of quiet reflection each day can dramatically shift our baseline state of mind. Physical practices like yoga or tai chi can also be immensely helpful. These ancient disciplines teach us to unite body and mind, find stillness in movement, and to maintain balance amidst change. They serve as practical metaphors for navigating life's challenges with grace and poise. But perhaps the most powerful practice is simply paying attention by observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. We create space between stimulus and response. In this space lies our freedom to choose, our power to remain untroubled, regardless of circumstances. As we develop this capacity, we begin to see life's challenges differently. What once seemed like insurmountable problems become interesting puzzles to solve. What used to provoke anger or fear now elicits curiosity and compassion. We move from being victims of circumstance to authors of our experience. This shift in perspective is liberating. No longer do we feel at the mercy of external events. Instead, we recognize our power to shape our inner world, regardless of what's happening around us. This is true freedom, not the absence of challenges, but the ability to meet them with their strength. Moreover, as we cultivate this in the strength, we become more effective in all areas of life. Our relationships deepen as we bring presence and understanding to our interaction. Our work improves as we approach tasks with focused attention rather than scattered anxiety. Our health benefits as we reduce the harmful effects of chronic stress. The path to unshakable calm is a journey of self-discovery. As we peel away layers of reactivity, we uncover the serene core of our being. We realize that peace isn't something to be attained, but rather uncovered. It's our natural state, obscured only by habitual patterns of thought. And this realization is profound. It means that we're not seeking something outside ourselves, but rather returning to our true nature. Every step on this path is a homecoming, a return to the peace that has always been within us. As we progress, we may find the things that once bothered us now barely register. Colleagues' cutting remark becomes an opportunity for compassion. The unexpected bill becomes a chance to practice resourcefulness. The change in plans becomes an adventure rather than an annoyance. This doesn't mean we become passive or indifferent. On the contrary, we become more engaged with life. But on our own terms, we choose our battles wisely, investing our energy where it truly matters, rather than squandering it on trivialities. The ultimate reward of this practice is a life well lived, life characterized by peace, purpose, and presence, a life where we're fully alive to each moment, unencumbered by needless worry or pointless anger, a life where we can face whatever comes our way with courage, clarity, and calm. This is the power of unshakable calm. It's a power that lies dormant within each of us, waiting to be awakened. The journey to this awakening may not always be easy, but it is infinitely rewarding. For in cultivating this inner strength, we not only transform our own lives, but contribute to the peace and well-being of the world around us as we move forward. Let's explore practical ways to cultivate this inner strength to develop the resilience that allows us to remain untroubled in a troubled world. For it is in the crucible of daily life that our commitment to peace is tested. And as we venture further into the realm of unshakable calm, we find ourselves at the threshold of a profound transformation. The journey of cultivating inner strength is not unlike tending to a garden. It requires patience, dedication, and a willingness to get our hands dirty in the soil of our own mind. What does it mean to cultivate inner strength? It's a process of nurturing our ability to face life's challenges with grace and equanimity. It is about developing a broader perspective that allows us to see beyond the immediate disturbances and connect with a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. Consider for a moment the last time you felt truly strong inside. Not physically strong, but emotionally, mentally resilient. What was different about that moment? How did you perceive the world around you? Chances are you felt a sense of calm, confidence, feeling that no matter what happened, this is the essence of inner strength. It's not about becoming invulnerable or immune to life's difficulties. Rather, it's about developing the capacity to face those difficulties with courage, clarity, and composure. One of the key elements in cultivating this strength is developing a broader perspective. Too often, we get caught up in the minutiae of daily life, allowing small irritations to dominate our emotional landscape. By stepping back and taking a wider view, we can begin to see these disturbances for what they truly are: temporary ripples on the surface of a much deeper and more expansive reality. This broader perspective doesn't come automatically. It's a skill that must be cultivated through conscious effort and practice. One way to do this is through regular reflection on the bigger questions of life. What truly matters to you? What are your core values? What kind of person do you want to be, regardless of circumstance? By regularly engaging with these deeper questions, we create a foundation of meaning and purpose that can sustain us through life's ups and downs. When we're clear about what truly matters, the small disturbances of daily life lose their power to derail. Another crucial aspect of developing inner strength is the integration of faith and reason. This isn't necessarily about religious faith, although that can certainly play a role for many. Rather, it's about cultivating a deep trust in life itself, balanced with the clear-eyed rationality to navigate its complexity. Faith in this context means trusting that there's a deeper order to life, even when we can't see it. The belief that our experiences, both positive and negative, have something to teach us. This faith gives us the courage to face uncertainty and change with an open heart. Reason, on the other hand, allows us to analyze our experiences objectively, to learn from them, and to make wise decisions. It's the tool we use to question our assumptions, challenge our fears, and find creative solutions to problems. When faith and reason work together, they create a powerful synergy. Faith gives us the courage to step into the unknown, while reason helps us navigate once we're there. This balance is essential for developing true inner strength. But how do we put these principles into practice? How do we move from understanding to embodiment? This is where practical exercises come into play. These are the daily practices that help us build our inner strength muscles. One powerful practice is mindfulness meditation. This doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Even a few minutes each day of simply sitting quietly and observing your breath can have profound effects. As you practice, you'll begin to notice the constant chatter of your mind, the worries, judgments, and distractions that often drive our reaction. By observing these thoughts without getting caught up in them, you create space between stimulus and response. This space is where your power lies. It's where you can choose how to respond, rather than simply reacting out of habit. Another valuable practice is the cultivation of gratitude. Each day, take a moment to reflect on what you're grateful for. This simple act can shift your entire perspective, helping you focus on the abundance in your life, rather than perceived lacks or problems. Gratitude isn't about ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it's about recognizing the good that exists alongside the challenges. This balanced perspective is a cornerstone of inner strength. Physical practices can also play a crucial role in developing inner resilience. Regular exercise, for instance, not only strengthens your body, but also builds mental toughness. The discipline required to maintain a consistent exercise routine spills over into other areas of life, enhancing your overall sense of self-control and capability. Practices like yoga or tai chi, which integrate physical movement with mindfulness, can be particularly powerful. These disciplines teach us to maintain calm and balance, even as we move through challenging postures, a perfect metaphor for navigating life's difficulties with ease. As you engage in these practices, you will likely encounter obstacles. Old habits of reactivity may resurface. You might find yourself slipping back into patterns of worry or anger. This is normal and to be expected, but key is not to berate yourself when this happens, but to gently redirect your brain. Remember, cultivating inner strength is a journey, not a destination. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to deepen your practice, to recommit to your path of growth and self-discovery. One common obstacle is the belief that inner peace means becoming passive or indifferent. Nothing could be further from the truth. True inner strength allows you to engage more fully with life, not less. It gives you the courage to stand up for what's right, pursue your goals with passion, and to love deeply without fear of loss. Another obstacle is the fast-paced nature of modern life. In a world of constant stimulation and distraction, it can be challenging to find the time and space for inner work. This is where the practice of creating boundaries comes in. Learning to say no to the non-essential so you can say yes to what truly matters is a crucial skill in cultivating inner strength. As you progress on this path, you may notice subtle shifts in how you perceive and interact with the world. Things that once seemed like major crises now appear as manageable challenges. People who used to irritate you might now evoke compassion. You may find yourself responding to difficult situations with a calm clarity that surprises even you. These changes don't happen overnight. They are the result of consistent practice of choosing again and again to respond with equanimity rather than reactivity. Each time you make this choice, you're reinforcing neural pathways of calm and resilience. It's important to note that cultivating inner strength doesn't mean you will never feel negative emotions, sadness, anger, fear. These are all natural parts of the human experience. The difference is that with inner strength, you're able to experience these emotions without being overwhelmed by them. You can acknowledge the feeling, learn from it. If there is a lesson to be learned, then let it go. This ability to process emotions in a healthy way is a key component of emotional intelligence, which is itself a crucial aspect of inner strength. As you develop this skill, you will find that your relationships improve. You'll be better able to understand and empathize with others, communicate clearly and compassionately, and to navigate conflicts with grace. Another powerful practice in cultivating inner strength is the art of reframing. This involves consciously choosing to view situations from a different perspective. For instance, instead of seeing a challenge as a threat, you might choose to see it as an opportunity for growth. This isn't about denying reality or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it's about actively seeking the most empowering interpretation of events. As you engage in these practices, you will likely encounter obstacles. Old habits of reactivity may resurface. You might find yourself slipping back into patterns of worry or anger. This is normal and to be expected, but key is not to berate yourself when this happens, but to gently redirect your brain. Remember, cultivating inner strength is a journey, not a destination. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to deepen your practice, to recommit to your path of growth and self-discovery. One common obstacle is the belief that inner peace means becoming passive or indifferent. Nothing could be further from the truth. True inner strength allows you to engage more fully with life, not less. It gives you the courage to stand up for what's right, pursue your goals with passion, and to love deeply without fear of loss. Another obstacle is the fast-paced nature of modern life. In a world of constant stimulation and distraction, it can be challenging to find the time and space for inner work. This is where the practice of creating boundaries comes in. Learning to say no to the non-essentials so you can say yes to what truly matters is a crucial skill in cultivating inner strength. As you progress on this path, you may notice subtle shifts in how you perceive and interact with the world. Things that once seemed like major crises now appear as manageable challenges. People who used to irritate you might now evoke compassion. You may find yourself responding to difficult situations with a calm clarity that surprises even you. These changes don't happen overnight. They are the result of consistent practice of choosing again and again to respond with equanimity rather than reactivity. Each time you make this choice, you're reinforcing neural pathways of calm and resilience. It's important to note that cultivating inner strength doesn't mean you will never feel negative emotions, sadness, anger, fear. These are all natural parts of the human experience. The difference is that with inner strength, you're able to experience these emotions without being overwhelmed by them. You can acknowledge the feeling, learn from it. If there is a lesson to be learned, then let it go. This ability to process emotions in a healthy way is a key component of emotional intelligence, which is itself a crucial aspect of inner strength. As you develop this skill, you will find that your relationships improve. You'll be better able to understand and empathize with others, communicate clearly and compassionately, and to navigate conflicts with grace. Another powerful practice in cultivating inner strength is the art of reframing. This involves consciously choosing to view situations from a different perspective. For instance, instead of seeing a challenge as a threat, you might choose to see it as an opportunity for growth. This isn't about denying reality or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it's about actively seeking the most empowering interpretation of events. The answers to these questions hold the key to unlocking a life, true freedom, and fulfillment. One of the most profound effects of living untroubled is the ripple effect it creates in our relationships. When we cultivate inner peace, we naturally become a calming presence for others. Our interactions take on a new quality of depth and authenticity, who are no longer reacting from a place of insecurity or fear, but responding from a wellspring of inner strength. This shift in our way of being can transform even the most challenging relationships. Conflicts that once would have escaped it into arguments now become opportunities for understanding and growth. We're able to listen deeply, to empathize genuinely, and to communicate with clarity and compassion in our professional lives. This untroubled state manifests as unwavering focus and productivity. No longer distracted by petty office politics or consumed by work-related stress, we're able to pour our full energy and creativity into our tasks. We become problem solvers rather than problem dwellers, approaching challenges with a calm confidence that inspires those around us. But perhaps the most significant change occurs in our relationship with ourselves. As we learn to live untroubled, we develop a profound self-acceptance. We no longer feel the need to prove our worth or seek constant validation from others. Instead, we find a quiet confidence in who we are flaws. This self-acceptance doesn't mean we stop growing or improving. On the contrary, it provides a stable foundation from which we can pursue personal growth without the desperate striving that often characterizes self-improvement effort. We're able to set goals and work towards them with passion and persistence, but without attaching our self-worth to the outcome. Living untroubled also changes our relationship with life. Instead of constantly rushing towards some future moment or dwelling on past regrets, we learn to inhabit the present fully. Each moment becomes an opportunity to experience life in its richness, and this presence allows us to find joy in the simple things: a beautiful sunset, child's laughter, the taste of good food. We're no longer always chasing after the next big thing, but able to appreciate the abundance that exists in each. But what about when life throws us curveball? How do we maintain our equanimity in the face of genuine hardship or tragedy? This is where the true test of our inner strength comes into play. When we face life's challenges from a place of inner calm, we're able to respond rather than react. Instead of being overwhelmed by fear or anger, we can approach difficulties with clarity and courage. We're able to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. This doesn't mean we don't feel pain or sadness. Living untroubled isn't about suppressing our emotions or pretending everything is always fine. It's about being able to experience the full range of human emotions without being controlled by them. We can feel deeply while still maintaining our in times of crisis. This inner strength becomes a lifeline. It allows us to stay centered when everything around us seems to be falling apart. From this center, we can make wise decisions, offer support to others, and find creative solutions to problems. Moreover, living untroubled changes our perception of what constitutes as a problem in the first place. Many things that used to bother us now seem trivial in comparison to our inner peace. We develop a sort of emotional immunity, the mind irritations of daily life. This shift in perspective frees up an enormous amount of mental and emotional energy that we can then direct towards the things that truly matter to us: our relationships, our passions, our personal growth, our contributions to the world. As we continue to live in this untroubled state, we may find that our very presence has a calming effect on those around us. Without saying a word, we demonstrate the possibility of remaining peaceful amidst chaos. This silent testimony can be more powerful than any sermon or lecture in our families. We become a stabilizing force. Children in particular are highly attuned to the emotional states of adults around them. By maintaining our calm in the face of family stresses, we create a sense of safety and security that allows our loved ones to thrive in our communities. We become natural leaders and peacemakers. Our ability to remain untroubled in the face of conflict allows us to bridge divides and find common ground. We're able to listen to opposing viewpoints without becoming defensive, to seek solutions that benefit all parties. Even in the broader world, our untroubled state can have far-reaching effects as we interact with others in person or online. Our calm presence can help to counteract pervasive anxiety and anger that often characterize public discourse. We become islands of peace in the sea of turmoil. But living untroubled doesn't mean we become passive observers of the world's problem. On the contrary, our inner calm gives us the strength and clarity to take effective action. We're able to work towards positive change without becoming overwhelmed by the magnitude of the challenges we face. These two paradoxes of living untroubled, by letting go of our need to control everything, we actually become more effective in creating positive change. We are able to act from a place of wisdom rather than reactivity, persist in the face of setback, to inspire others through our example. As we continue on this path, we may find that our definition of success shifts. No longer is it about accumulating wealth or achieving status. Instead, success becomes about maintaining our inner peace, regardless of external circumstance. It's about the quality of our presence, the depth of our relationships, the positive impact we have on those around us. This shift in priorities can lead to profound changes in how we live our lives. We may find ourselves simplifying, letting go of possessions or commitments that no longer serve our highest good. We may discover new passions or rediscover old ones as we connect more deeply with what truly brings us joy. With living untroubled also changes our relationship with change. While we still plan and prepare, we're no longer anxious about what might happen. We trust in our ability to handle whatever comes our way, knowing that our peace comes from within, not from external circumstance. This trust allows us to take risks, to step out of our comfort zone, to pursue our dreams with courage and conviction. We're no longer held back by fear of failure or rejection, knowing that our worth isn't determined by external outcome. As we integrate this way of being more fully into our lives, we may experience a sense of flow. Life begins to unfold with a sense of ease and grace. Even when faced with obstacles, we're able to navigate them with a kind of effortless effort. This doesn't mean life becomes perfect, or that we never face difficulty, but our response to life's ups and downs changes dramatically. We're able to maintain our equilibrium through both joy and sorrow, success and failure. Living untroubled also brings a deep sense of freedom. We're no longer constrained by other people's expectations or our own limiting beliefs. We're free to be authentically ourselves, to express our unique gifts, to live in alignment with our deepness. This freedom extends to our choices about how we spend our time and energy. We become more discerning about what we allow into our lives, choosing experiences and relationships that nourish our soul rather than drain our energy. As we continue to live in this untroubled state, we may find that synchronicities and opportunities seem to multiply in our life. This isn't because the universe has suddenly started favoring us, but because we're more open to recognizing and seizing opportunities when they arise. Our relationships tend to deepen and improve as we become more at peace with ourselves. We're able to connect more authentically with others. We attract people who resonate with our energy, and our interactions become more meaningful and fulfilling in our professional lives. We may find that our work takes on a new quality of excellence, free from the distractions of stress and anxiety. We're able to focus more fully on our tasks to bring our full creativity and intelligence to bear on problems. But perhaps the most profound change is in our moment-to-moment experience of life. We develop a deep appreciation for the beauty and wonder of existence. Even ordinary moments become infused with a sense of sacredness. This appreciation doesn't depend on everything going our way. We're able to find beauty and meaning even in difficult circumstances. This ability to maintain our inner light even in dark time is one of the most powerful aspects of living untroubled. As we near the end of our exploration, it's important to remember that living untroubled is not a destination we reach once and for all. It's an ongoing practice, a way of being that we recommit to each day, each moment. There will still be times when we lose our center, when we react instead of respond, when we get caught up in the drama of life. But with practice, these times become less frequent and less intense. We are able to return to our center more quickly, to regain our equilibrium with greater ease. But the key is to be gentle with ourselves, to approach this practice with patience and compassion. Each moment is a new opportunity to choose peace, to live from a place of inner strength and calm. As we continue on this path, we become living examples of what's possible. Our lives become a testament to the power of inner peace, inspiring others to embark on their own journey of self-discovery and growth. In a world that often seems chaotic and troubled, choosing to live untroubled is a radical act. The declaration that we refuse to be defined by our circumstance. that we choose to create our own inner reality, regardless of what's happening around us. This choice, made moment by moment, day by day, has the power to transform not only our own lives, but the world around us. For as we cultivate peace within ourselves, we contribute to the peace of the world. And so as we come to the close of this exploration, we're left with a question: how will you choose to live? Will you allow the chaos of the world to disturb your inner peace? Or will you choose to stand firm in your inner strength, living a life untroubled by the storms that rage around you? The choice is yours, and in that choice lies the power to create a life of profound peace, purpose, and fulfillment. A life that not only brings you joy, but also contributes to the healing and upliftment. 9. May you find the strength to choose wisely, to live fully and remain untroubled in the face of life challenge. For in doing so, you become a light in the world, a beacon of hope and possibility for all who cross your path. As you journey towards this state of unshakable peace, remember that it's not about perfection, progress. Every step you take in cultivating inner calm is a victory. Let each challenge be a teacher, guiding you closer to that serene, untroubled version of yourself. In a world filled with noise and chaos, may you find the strength to remain still, to let the storms pass without losing your center. And as you continue to nurture this inner calm, know that you are not just changing your life, but also radiating peace to those around you. Thank you for joining us on this journey with C.S. Lewis Collection. May the wisdom shared here help you move through life with grace and unshakable serenity.